It's the Monday Morning Show. Today is September 29th. I'm Ken LaSalle from kenlasalle.com. It strikes me as absurd that anyone at this point would not know about athletes, especially football players, taking a knee during the national anthem. Colin Kaepernick started all of this several thousand years ago. At least it seems that long. And for the most part, this protest has been his and his alone. He explained the reason for his protest quite well when he said, "I am not going to stand up to show pride in a flag for a country that oppresses black people and people of color." It's that simple. And my goal in this podcast is not to explain this to anyone, since anyone who can't get that is probably beyond convincing at this point. And so the troglodytes on Fox so-called news have said all kinds of horrible things about Colin Kaepernick. White politicians who knew nothing about Kaepernick's protest, football, or even very much about human beings said all kinds of horrible things about him. Even Trump, representing his color of moron, has said all kinds of horrible things about him and anyone who would empathize with his concern or with black Americans who are regularly imprisoned, beaten, shot, and on and on and on by, well, basically, white people. And the thing is, nobody wants to agree with Trump. Trump could tell us all it's sunny outside, and we'd bring our umbrellas just so he didn't get the idea we agreed with him. Not that such a thing would help a delusional fuck such as himself. And so, what has been an isolated protest by only a few conscientious individuals has grown beyond belief and provided hope to so many in such a short amount of time. All of this is a matter of historic record, and it's not my goal to argue those facts with anyone. But I would like to talk about white people who are also taking a knee. It's basically that, or talk about all the condiments on my refrigerator door. 'Cause we have so many condiments, it's embarrassing. 3 kinds of salad dressing, 2 kinds of mustard, 3 kinds of mayonnaise. But I can't get my mind off of white people who feel as though they, too, should take a knee. On one hand, it is kind of inspiring, in a way. White people, black people, people of all races, creeds, and colors are coming together, seeing things from each other's perspective. It's like a hippie dream come to life. And who could possibly argue with that? Right? Did I mention that there are also 2 different kinds of pickles? No, make that 3, because we also have a jar of relish on the door. Well, I guess I'm the one who's going to argue with it. And I think I kind of have to. Because I can't forget Kaepernick's own words when he said, "I am not going to stand up to show pride in a flag for a country that oppresses black people and people of color." Black people. People of color. Oppressed. And who do you think they're being oppressed by? I mean, not in every single instance, not in every single minute of every single day, but I mean, for the most part, who's the vast majority of people doing the oppressing? Who, as a matter of historic record, has oppressed people of color for, I don't know, just spitballing here, about the last 400 years or so? More in some centuries than in others, but overall. White people. Okay? White people. When I see a white person taking a knee, I want to acknowledge the beauty of solidarity. But my first impulse is to say to that white person, you know this is all our fault, right? I mean, not us individually, but historically, we did all of this. You know that, don't you? If you ask me, any white person who thinks that taking a knee is going to cut any mustard of any kind, even that hot brown mustard Vicky and I have on our refrigerator door, is completely out of touch with reality. Because we can side with the oppressed all we like, but it comes down to little more than an admission of guilt, regret, and worst of all, impotence. As Terrell Jermaine Starr wrote recently in The Root, well, there's a tongue twister, patriotism is for white people. And he's right. Who else could possibly look at our flag, look at our society, look at our country, and say with a straight face, America has been very, very good to me? The orange? To any white person listening, and there has to be at least one, allow me to suggest getting off of your knee and standing on your feet. Then march those feet to wherever you can help change our society for the better, to wherever you can end oppression by whites, to wherever you can end the murder of untold numbers of African Americans by the police. Do everything you can to make your patriotism worth a damn. Our nation is great when we all pull together to help everyone, Americans and everyone else alike, live a better life. Our job is not to oppress anyone. It is to end the oppression of all. However it is done, and whoever it is done to, no matter the color of their skin or the contents of their wallets. We cannot undo what has been done, but we must stop what is being done. We must stop the denial of what is being done. We must stop the hatred that we are fed constantly, which allows us to ignore everyone who isn't white. And we must begin using our brains for a change. And wouldn't that be a nice change of pace? And so I won't be taking a knee because it really isn't my place to take a knee. Rather than saying I'm with him, I think it's time we fessed up to the situation we've created and fix the damned mess. Until next time, be good to yourself, be kind to others, and let's make this world a better place.